Chapter-2, Molly. My feet are dragging as I pull into work. I can't bear the thought of seeing Dillon again. Though it's been years, he's never been far from my mind. I'd thought he was going to propose, but instead he disappeared without a word. Now he's back and working right next door. I don't know how I'm supposed to focus on work knowing that he is just 20 feet away. "How are you doing?" Kirsten asks as I step through the front door. Concern is etched in her expression and coloring her voice. It's refreshing to hear that she cares, but I really don't want to talk about it. "I'm as fine as I can be, considering." Kirsten bites her bottom lip as she returns my gaze. "I know you have a right to be angry, but aren't you always telling me not to jump to conclusions? Maybe you should hear what he has to say." I tuck my wallet in the secret place under the counter and pull on my apron. "I'm not sure I care what he has to say. He left without a word, Kirsten. Any man who does that is not the kind of man I need in my life. No, I just need to figure out how to ignore him." "Okay," Kirsten says with a sigh. "Well, let me know if I can help you in any way." She walks toward the door to flip the sign to open and then turns to me. "Will it bother you if I still see Tristan?" It will, but I can't tell her that. She hasn't had the best luck with men, and if Tristan cares for her, I won't ask her to give that up. I worry, though. If Dillon is the type to love them and leave them, might Tristan be too? "No, but you should be careful. They are brothers after all." She nods, and her eyes widen slightly as if she's just made the connection that the two might be similar. "Good thinking. I will. Okay, you ready?" I'm not, but at least the distraction of customers coming in will keep my mind off the man in the next building, the man I had once thought I might spend my life with. Dillon. "So have you thought of how to make it up to Molly?" Tristan asks as we enter the building. The destruction inside is complete, and now it's time to rebuild it and make it our own. I sigh and set down my tool bag. "I thought about it all night, but I'm drawing a blank. I mean, I suppose I could get flowers, but that gesture seems pretty meaningless. I want to do something that will touch her and let her know how truly sorry I am. In reality, I'd like to show her I still care for her, but for now, I'd just settle with becoming friends again." Tristan sets down the flooring he was carrying and rubs his chin. "What about interests? What was she into when you dated?" "Music and—" I pause as I think back, trying to remember, and then the light bulb goes off. She gave up a job as a pastry chef. "And chocolate. She loves chocolate." "Okay, well, there's a cupcake shop down the road. Maybe begin by bringing her cupcakes every day. Just watch out for the woman who works there. She's pretty, but I think she's also thirsty." "Thirsty?" I ask, not catching his innuendo. "Looking to snag her claws in a man, and I'm not sure it would matter which man." "Ah, got it. I'll be sure and keep my guard up." Cupcakes. I still feel like Molly will need more, that she deserves more. But it's a start, so I make a plan to stop at the cupcake shop after work. When we finish for the day, Tristan agrees to take me to the shop as long as I promise not to take too long. He and Kirsten have plans for tonight. I'm happy for the guy. Really, I am. But if I can't get things mended with Molly, I have a feeling their relationship will nauseate me rather quickly. The cupcake shop he pulls into is sandwiched between two other buildings and barely looks big enough to hold a display case. "Don't worry," he says, turning off the engine and facing me. "The outside is deceiving. There is quite a selection inside." "If you say so," I say as I unbuckle my seatbelt and open the door. His reading of my thoughts no longer surprises me. It's one of the nice things about being brothers. However, I am pleasantly surprised when I pull open the door of the shop. He wasn't exaggerating. The inside is more spacious than it appeared from outside. A perky brunette glances up at the jingle of the bell overhead, and immediately the hair on the back of my neck stands on end. Tristan wasn't exaggerating about her either. Her eyes appraise me like I'm a choice steak at the market before her red lips split in a wide grin. "I knew you'd be back," she says, shifting her glance to Tristan momentarily before it hones back in on me. "And this must be your brother. The handsome gene definitely runs in your family." Tristan flashes his "I told you so" smile at me before passing his charm to the woman. "Hey, Tess, this is my brother Dillon. He's looking for some chocolate to win his way back into a woman's heart." Her smile freezes for just a second as the information sinks in. "Of course, I'll be happy to help. Does she like any particular chocolate?" I approach the counter and peruse the offerings. "Dark chocolate. Do you make any cupcakes with dark chocolate?" "Of course. We have chocolate of all kinds. Here's a triple chocolate, milk dark and white." She points to a dark cupcake with a checkered frosting. "And we have our dark chocolate mousse." This time her finger moves to a solid brown cupcake topped with a cherry. I scan the options, but it's been so long I don't know exactly what Molly will like. "You know what? I'll just take one of every chocolate cupcake you have." Tess blinks her doe eyes at me. "All of them?" "Sure, why not?" I say with a shrug. I can't imagine it's that many, but as she begins loading up the box, I quickly realize it's more than a dozen. Still, I don't stop her. I doubt cupcakes alone will be enough to win Molly over, but I might as well go big.